Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Building Little. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new updates coming on this project that we are working on or any future projects. But on today's episode, we're going to pull the engine out of this Eclipse and get the whole engine bay started getting cleaned up, get it all painted up so it's all nice and ready to go, so it looks good. Got some cleanup to do underneath there and see what else we can find once the engine's out. And yeah, like I said, paint it up, fix it up so that once the whole rest of the body is painted up nice, that it all goes together nicely. I'm going to do a black engine bay just because it's easier, it keeps it clean, it doesn't look so messy right away, in my opinion anyway, and we'll see how that goes. So stay tuned, let's get this thing going. Okay, so we got the car here. I'm going to use a come along. I don't have a cherry picker. I don't feel like renting one. So I'm gonna come along. I'm gonna strap to the roof, and that's how I'm gonna get this whole thing out. But for now, let's strip this thing apart. I gotta jack it up, get the axles off, and do all those fun parts. So if I haven't said it before, I don't know a whole lot about this engine. I know it's been fully built. The guy gave me a whole box full of receipts and whatnot, and it's got all brand new internals, whatever else. I don't know what kind of turbo this is. I can't seem to find any markings on it, so I hope once I get everything pulled up I can figure out some more details about it, and if it's no good, well, the turbo works fine, but if it's just a crappy little eBay thing or something, maybe I'll upgrade it for a better one, but it seems to work fine. But yeah, let's see what else we can start taking off to get this thing going. I think I gotta drain the coolant out of it first. Yeah, I haven't done this in years and years and years. I've pulled lots of engines before, just I haven't done it in forever. Probably about 15 years, so let's get to it. Ah, got one. That was frustrating. One more to go. Well, I got the other axle shaft out. Got everything put together so that I can put the wheels on and roll it out of here when I'm done with this point of it, just so I can still use, we need this room for work. So anyway, I got the power steering pump to remove, at least off the motor and get it off to the side. And I got the turbo downpipe to take off. And then remove the motor mounts, and it should, I think, should come out. I think I got all the wires loose, everything else I need. So we'll start with that and see what else I can find. Got it. Okay, I think I got this to the point now I'm ready to start pulling it out. I got everything disconnected that I could find. We'll confirm that once I start pulling up. Sorry, I'm tripping over tools here. I got my fuel lines disconnected. I got my shifter linkage disconnected. All the wires are pulled off the engine that need to be, whatever is attached underneath the fuel rail and whatnot. I just got that laying up there. And coolant lines. I think I should be good on everything. We'll see how it goes, but I got a come along here that I have. So this thing I'm gonna mount up to my ceiling joist. It's not a very heavy engine, so it should do okay for that. But yeah, I'm gonna hang that up, find a chain to connect all this, and start loosening some motor mounts and see how it goes. I ended up having a whole bunch of issues with this whole part of the engine removal. I didn't want to remove the transmission, so I was hoping I was going to be able to pull it up, but I just wasn't able to, so I ended up having to drop it out the bottom. And my coming along was too far forward, so it was actually pinching the one bolt on the driver's side engine mount. So I just, for the life of me, could not get that bolt out, and I was just having problem after problem. And of course, by the time I finally got that sourced out and figured out, I ended up dropping the engine out the bottom. I had to remove the lower cross member, and then my battery died. So you're at the point now where you can just see that the engine's out, sitting at the bottom, and then we're gonna lift up the car to get the engine out. So it sucks that I didn't record the whole process of it dropping, but I guess that doesn't really matter. Ta-da! The engine's out! Now, all these stands out. All right, the engine's out. That was way more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Just the removal part itself. I figured all the wiring, all that kind of stuff, that was going to be a pain in the butt, but just getting it out, I thought I could just lift it up and it was going to be done, but I had to drop it out. It made it difficult. But this is what it looks like with no heart in it. And there's the engine. So it's got a lot of cleanup to do. It's incredibly greasy. It's just really messy. But that's what that's like. So I'm gonna start working. I want to pressure wash everything, put some degreaser on it, clean it all up, and start working on get the next steps. Like I get the fender bumper and the condenser out, all that kind of stuff. Strip as much as I can and clean it up. So let's get working on that. If anybody's wondering, this is what I'm going to be using. Found it on Amazon. Never used it before, but it seemed to work really well for people who had bought it. So I'm going to try it out and see how it works. Give you a quick before view. I don't know, it's hard to see. It's very bright, but you can see all that gunk down there. It's really greasy. I've already sprayed it, let it sit for a few minutes. I just gave it another quick coat. So I got some other parts sitting over there. And then let's get this thing cleaned up. Well, there we go. I got that all cleaned up. That came off really nice. You can see how all that grease came off. It's cleaned up nicely here. I got some hand touch cleanup to do. And I got to sand it all down. That was all covered in grease there. That's all gone. So that worked really well. I'm happy with that stuff. This thing was caked on. This cross member was completely caked on. Maybe would have come off pretty easily just with a pressure washer, but didn't hurt to have the degreaser on there. So that's really good. So those axles are good too. So the next step is we're gonna take off more parts from in here. I gotta take the fenders off, I'm gonna take the bumper off, take the condenser off, and just sand everything down as good as I can, and then put a nice fresh coat of paint on everywhere, so it'll look really nice. So we'll see what I can start pulling off for now. Well, it's been a while. I haven't updated you guys for a whole lot of part of these parts that I'm working on, but I just wanted to give you a quick update. I got everything sanded down here. I've stripped the whole front end, you can see there. I haven't videoed any of it. I've just been working on it after work here and there. I started this about 3 weeks ago, and I'm finally at this point now just kind of working on it here and there. So today I'm finally at the point of paint. So let me show you a closer look. I have it all sanded down. There was a small hairline crack in here. I welded that shut, ground it down, got it ready to go. But it's all been sanded everywhere. I stripped everything back. It's kind of all just hanging down in here so that I can paint what I want to paint. There's the whole fuse box. I don't want to remove all the wiring, so I'm just going to move it a little bit and paint it, and then later on move it over and paint the other half. But that is what it looks like now. So I'm going to start taping areas off, or at least putting stuff in the way so I don't paint the parts I don't want to paint, and start spraying up and getting it painted. So let's do that. I don't know if I'll set up the camera or just do it and show you when it's done, but that's just a quick update for you. Well, again, I have not videoed a whole lot of this. You watched me paint it. I've reassembled it since then. Everything that I could anyway. The paint is all dry. It's good to go, so there's no problems with that. So all the parts I've pulled off, air conditioning lines, everything kind of in here, I reassembled, put back together so that it's ready to go. So, and I cleaned up these wires. I pulled them all up, gone through them all. I know it looks like a mess right now, but I know what I'm doing with that for the most part. So that's good to go. And yeah, that's a huge improvement from where we started. I'm very, very happy with the outcome with that. I'm gonna have to probably have some touch-ups later on once the engine goes in, but we'll deal with that when it comes. But as for now, this part is done. The next episode, I'm gonna work on the engine. I'm going to clean it all up, get it all good to go so that I can put it back in here. I got some parts for it that I've ordered already. I'm also doing a battery relocation on this car. I'm going to bring the battery to the back. I'm going to run all that stuff as well. But as for now, this is done. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry it wasn't the greatest video. I've just been really super busy with a whole bunch of stuff and just trying to get this thing done and hopefully get to enjoy it this summer. But if you've been watching, if you're still here, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe so I can try to get some more content out for you guys. Follow along with this build and see where it goes. So thank you very much, and until next time, have a great day.